Hi there and thanks for clicking on this video, guys. Today we are here for another comparison between two amazing games recently released. Soon it will be Christmas and you absolutely need to know which purchase is better over the other. And so today we are going to talk about Final Fantasy XV versus Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 came out back in October and still is a top seller everywhere, guys, like everywhere, like crazy. And both the games are amazing. Well, they costed me a lot of monies between those two, but man, they were definitely worth. Both of them, they are totally worth. So if you have, let's start to say that if you have a big budget and you can buy both of them, just go for both of them. But if you are here, probably is because you want to know, because you have a limited budget, which one is a better purchase over the other. And let's start straight away with that. Let's start about graphics, guys. Graphics in Battlefield 1, they are so pumped. Explosions are so damn amazing. And well, they are in Final Fantasy XV as well. But as it is an open world game, of course, they are not that complicated, because of course the engine needs to load more things, more assets. So in this case, Battlefield, for a logic reason, and actually because you can see it, he wins the point for better graphics, and no doubt on that. So the first point goes to them. Let's start also about optimization. It goes to Battlefield 1 as well. Battlefield 1, as it is a close game, of course, it has been optimized a lot. Especially as soon as they launched it, the game was super amazing. It just had some minor bugs, but nothing really important. Don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy doesn't have that much of bugs, but of course, as it is more complicated, you have a little bit less optimization for it. So the bugs appear quite a little bit more often. But that shouldn't matter really, because this doesn't influence the game in being better. Let's go then in talking about the story. Well, guys, there is not even a comparison here. Final Fantasy XV story and plot, it beats Battlefield 1's one like 100 to maybe 1. Those four guys, they really will make your days like so much better, guys, just playing Final Fantasy XV. Well, but the story of Battlefield 1 is not that bad either. It's very good, but still, it cannot even co-op with Final Fantasy XV's. And this gives a point to Final Fantasy, of course. Well, the multiplayer and the co-op, of course. For some of you, these guys is really important. And well, Final Fantasy doesn't have a multiplayer. It is going to have a co-op mode, but this is supposed just to come in the future. So for now, this comparison gives this point to the Battlefield 1 lovers. Because of course, for some of you, it's really important to play with the friends and everything else. And yeah, in here, of course, you wouldn't be able to obtain the same amount of fun playing Final Fantasy. Well, apart from that, this gives the point to Battlefield 1, which is already at 3 points versus 1. But it's not over yet. Let's talk about variety. Well, about this, Final Fantasy will be able to offer you so much damn variety that is crazy. Like, you will have tons of different missions to do, you will have loads of different situations. I know that there are a lot in Battlefield 1 as well. But in Final Fantasy 15, like, there is so much to do, and you will be able to spend like so much hours playing it. Is at least up to 200 if you want to scavenge the whole game. Is like Skyrim, this game. You can play it until the end of the time. Like 200 hours, if you think about it, is months playing at least 2 hours a day. And well, yeah, it's stunning. Simply stunning. Well, let's talk about the gameplay anyway. But before, the variety gives the point certainly to Final Fantasy because of the fishing, the hunts, the different missions, and everything else. But let's talk about the gameplay itself. For some of you, like the FPS lovers, probably you would prefer, of course, some FPS combat system or something like that. But for people that actually enjoy every single type of gameplay, Final Fantasy 15, guys, will be able to grant you a lot of spectacularity, a lot of action, and actually, even if it is not as optimized as Battlefield 1, I had a lot more fun playing Final Fantasy than Battlefield 1. So this gives another point to Final Fantasy. Well, we covered variety, we covered the main campaign, we covered the multiplayer, but actually, no, we cover also the single player, so that doesn't really matter. The variety, the vehicles, actually, the points in this case, they do not count. Because if we need to go on, the thing that would give Final Fantasy the final point would be, of course, the fact that this game is so complete. Is never ending. I know that Battlefield 1 is a very complete product as well. Battlefield 1 is damn amazing as well. But still, guys, Final Fantasy, like, in matter of perfections, Final Fantasy is even more perfect. It's even more perfect than Battlefield. In Battlefield, they recreated the First World War perfectly. But, damn, Final Fantasy, they simply overdid it. They didn't even recreate something that happened in the past. They created something new. They created an entire world, like the books from the Game of Thrones. They actually created something terrifically amazing. And this gives another point to Final Fantasy 15. And well, the points in this case are really close because both the games actually are some masterpieces. You have the total environment destruction in Battlefield 1. You have the summonings, you have the different attacks, you have the amazing story of Final Fantasy 15. And both the games can really grant you like over 100 hours for sure of limitless fun. But if we want to actually award a game to contain more content and to give to the player more fun, Final Fantasy for sure would be the one that give you more fun, more variety, better story, and like an entire world to live in. A surprise, the element of surprise, because you will have always something new to do. In Battlefield it's true, like you can carry on, you can unlock your weapons, but apart from that, it's always the same FPS. In Final Fantasy you will have something always new to do, some bosses, which is something that doesn't exist at all. It doesn't exist at all in Battlefield 1. And well, this gives another final point to Final Fantasy 15. And it grants you the title of winning of the comparison as a better and more perfect product. I really recommend it because it has been like the best game and so far that I've tried on the new generation of consoles. So on my PS4 Pro and of course on the PS4 in general, this has been the best game I've ever tried. Therefore, it's absolutely recommended. Well guys, I hope you agree with me about this comparison. In case you do, or in case you don't, just let me know why in the comments below. And if there is any other comparison that you would like to see, just make sure to write me what would you like to see. Anything else, just let me know and I'll be happy to reply to all of you, okay? Well, I wish you a great evening ahead, and of course, I will see you in the next and future comparisons. Catch you later then. Cheers.